Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Let us know when you get in the community. Guys, we'll start here in a little bit. Let's let some other people get on here. And we are waiting on one more of our special guests. So that'll give everybody an opportunity to come into the room this evening. Welcome to Walking Through the Fire. There she go. There her is.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we get started, we're just going to take a couple of minutes, let some more people get in. You still have time, those that are logged in already, you still have time to share, like, follow, tag somebody, let them know that Walking Through the Fire is live as we speak. How was your day today?
It was good.
Not gonna complain.
Say you ain't gonna complain, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And please. Hi, Rachel. When you come in the room, please let us know who's in the room. We'll get started here in just a bit. Ladies, are you able to see any comments popping up?
No.
No.
All right. What I'll do is, because I think it depends on what device you use, will determine if you see the comments. And so what I'll do is just show them up on the screen here as they come in. And then that way you guys will be able to see everything that I see. All right. So welcome to Walking Through the Fire. I am your host, Crystal Majors. This is a place where we have real conversations discussing real life issues using real experiences. And today we're going to have a real conversation, y'all, and hear different thoughts about tonight's discussion, which is, do you need tough skin to be a Christian? Y'all, I asked earlier, how was y'all day? If my earring falling out and me can't dissolve this house tells you anything about my day. Okay. So it's a night tonight. Thank you guys. Welcome. Come on in. When you come in, make sure you say hello to all of our panelists tonight. And I'm just going to introduce my special guest. This is my sister circle. So tonight, this is the sister circle, okay? We have with us this evening Yolanda Woods. Go ahead and yay. We have Tanisha Day. And I'm going to do this oldest to youngest. We have Shamika Merriweather. And we have myself. Baby of the group.
That's foul.
Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
Starting off wrong.
Yes, it did.
You know, the baby of the group. Me,
No,
myself.
honey, I'm the baby.
You the baby?
I'm the baby.
Okay, we ain't gonna tell no lies over here. So let's start that over because God ain't pleased already. Starting with the oldest to the youngest, we have our sister Yolanda, then my sister Tanisha, then myself, then the baby Shamika. So welcome everyone. Welcome community. Let's welcome them. Guys, let me let you know ahead of time. At any point in this conversation, if you have a question, if you have a comment, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments, because we will make sure that we answer it as we go as well. This is an interactive. I like to, you know what, some people say, why do you call it a talk show and not a podcast? You can call it what you want to call it. I'm going to call it a live talk show. I'm speaking some things into the atmosphere. Plus, I'm in my own lane. I don't want to be like everybody else. I got a podcast. I got a live talk show. Amen. So tonight we just gonna have some real conversation, like we was sitting on the couch talking, or y'all gonna get an insight on what our conversations be like on the phone, because that's just kind of how we gonna talk. And everything, believe it or not, maybe now, all we do is talk about God. You know, we encourage each other. But tonight, I know that we have a topic of discussion already on the agenda, but I just want to let the people know, give them a little insight about who is our special guest on this evening. So I'm going to start off with the first question. How long have we been friends? Because I have different times with everybody. So how long have we been friends?
30 plus.
30 plus.
I'm running 20, 22, 23 plus.
I thought it was more than that.
About 25. See.
Well, no, because it was what, 2001?
Uh-huh. So 24. Yep, 25.
24. And then me and Tanisha and Shamika, 30 plus.
Yeah.
30 plus. So I don't know about you, but I value my sister circle. I value my friendships. I don't know how many people in the community this evening can say that you have friendships that are 20, 30, 40 years old. That is a blessing. So if you don't have it, I feel for you. I'm going to pray for you. Because it's good to have a sister circle. So individually, let me ask y'all, because some may not know, and so we have to talk to the community this evening like they don't know y'all, because they don't know y'all. I know y'all, but we want to get to know you. So do you go to church? Are you actively in a church? And you don't necessarily have to say where you go. If you want to, that's totally up to you. But are you in church? Are you saved?
Yes, I am.
Yes, ma'am.
I belong to New Unity Church.
All right. And you
That's
say that.
it.
How long, Tanisha, how long you been saved? How long you been in church?
Whew, we're going to say how long I've been in church. For real?
Well,
I'm going to say...
well, let me say this. How long have you been in church, period? But how long has it been since you stopped playing church? That's good.
Okay. I've been in church since I was a little girl.
Hmm.
I was brought up in church. But when I got myself for real, I'm going to say within the last 10, 11 years.
Ooh. Okay.
So,
Yolanda.
Yes, ma'am.
Same question.
I totally can concur with my sister. I've been in church since a kid. I professed that I believed in Jesus Christ at the age of 5. And even then felt the spirit fall upon me, but didn't know what it was. I thought it felt like little spiders crawling all over myself. And I asked my mother, I said, Mom, what is that? And she's like, that's the Holy Spirit. But now I professed and of course gave my life over at the age of 5. But like my sister said, when did I really get real with it? Probably about 10 years ago, about 10, 11 years ago.
Ooh, everybody got to say that. Shamika.
Yes.
I ain't gonna say what was everybody doing 10 years.
Hey,
right.
now sometimes you can be transparent, but you can't be totally naked.
That's it.
That is it.
And because that's just how we roll, 100% real. So tonight is y'all gonna get what y'all gonna see what y'all get, and y'all gonna get what y'all see. Like lights, camera, action on the
Yep.
phone, whatever in person. What you see tonight is what you get 24/7, 365 days.
Yeah.
Shamika, what about you?
Listen. So I've been in church, all my life, little girl. Sung in the choir, did it all. But I think in 2016 was an eye opener for me. So that's when I'm telling you, when I really, really knew who God was. So yeah.
So that was about that 10-year mark.
Yep, been about 10 years.
What was y'all doing? Let me ask this. Well, first and foremost, let's welcome God's offspring in the chat tonight. She says she's watching. Welcome, welcome. Please remember, if you have any questions for either of us, all of us, please make sure you put it in the chat, because when we engage, it pushes this out into the algorithm so that a lot more people can be reached with this message and this conversation that we're having tonight. All right, and I'm just going, and again, ladies, as they come in, I'll put them on the screen. Taylor Day, hi. You said yours when you quit playing was a year ago. Yeah.
Bless her, Lord.
Yeah. And I know her walk is for real, because I've been seeing it. So if ain't nobody told you, I see you, and I'm proud of you, and you just keep on going. You know, one day at a time. Let me ask, when you say that you stopped playing church 10 years ago, was there something specific that made you say, you know what, I got to turn my life around. I got to, I have to stop playing this thing and be serious and be all in. Was there anything in particular or no?
There was something particular for me. There was a conversation that I had with someone some years ago, and I was actually trying to invite them to church. And they said, yo, you're a hypocrite. I said, excuse me? It's like you're a hypocrite.
And 1 foot out.
Because what you claim to be is not what you're showing. Like, you're over here, you say you go to church, you love the Lord, you're doing this, but then you over here with us doing what we doing.
Wow.
And so I was like, wow, that made some sense. So that was a big turnaround for me, because I never want to be a hypocrite in the Lord's church. Now, do we make mistakes? Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. There's no perfect one except for God. But you can try your very best to live the way that God would have you to live, and living for Him and then living part of the world was not a proper standard. And so when you get to the point that you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you can't win souls like that, because they'll say, well, you're doing the same thing that I'm doing. What makes your side any different? Why should I really, when I can just stay over here and keep doing what I'm doing? So that was a big change for me.
Tanisha, Shamika, either you had anything in particular that caused you to say, I'm done playing church?
With me, mine was sickness came up on me. So I knew I was expecting something from God. So I knew I had to get myself together in order for me to get the healing that I needed.
Wow. That's good. Sometimes, unfortunately, and God knows the right time, but sometimes it takes for us to have to be set down in a certain way by God, and it ain't nothing but God to say, all right, Shamika, did you have anything in particular that made you 10 years ago?
Yes, the loss of a child. Yep.
Yeah. When y'all say that, like you got serious about church, you quit playing church, did that necessarily mean, or does that picture look like things you were doing outside the church? Was it how your attitude, what did that look like?
My attitude was bad. It was bad. If you said or did something to me, I was coming for you. But actually, like when all that happened, I think it humbled me. Like now I'm so unbothered. I don't let stuff, rub me the wrong way like it used to.
Right.
Because back then, before then, you said something to me. I promise I was gonna get you. I'm gonna say something to you. I'd probably do something to you that you gonna know. But now it's like I'm unbothered. I don't let nothing really bother me anymore. I know that God got me. I know I know how to handle it better within my prayer time. So.
That's good. That's good. Anybody else want to address any of that?
Well, with me, I was the sister that was laid back, but when something happened and my sisters need me, right or wrong, I was there. I was the one. Okay, where I need to meet you at.
Oh yes, you
I
was.
was that person. So now I take things a different way. Now I pray about things more, because before I would just be ready to pop off and handle whatever we needed to handle.
Yeah. And it's funny because we all gave that 10-year mark, and I don't think we ever really talked about it. Now that you know what I mean, and I'm laughing because as I'm hearing y'all talk, everybody around that same time was probably evolving, but we never even talked to each other like about that. And I think for mine, and I think Yolanda could probably remember this. It was when we were over on 30th and Post Road when we first started out. And y'all, when I tell you, baby, Crystal we partied Friday, Saturday at 2 a.m. till Sunday in the morning and went to church. So one night, y'all, we keeping it real and transparent because this is where real conversations come into play. I think it was Julian's back in the day where downtown they had the different building with the different levels. And everywhere we went, we always made sure that we befriended the bartender. Why? Because that was the person that would hook you up all night with the drinks, okay? So this one particular night, and we all out partying. I ain't gonna say no names because some of the people on this podcast tonight might have been there and might not have been, but I'm not gonna incriminate nobody but myself, okay? So when I tell y'all we drunk and drank, and it was so funny because this particular night, as much as we drunk, we should have just been like pissy drunk. You couldn't get up. I think it was 3-4 in the morning. We were still out in the streets partying. So the next day I went to church. Baby, I'm Ricky Diller in the choir. I'm feeling good, okay? I mean, feeling good. I had a church member walk up to me and say, "Oh, you smell like such and such." I was like, well, what do they mean by that? Wait a minute. No, you didn't say sloppy burger. You gonna have to put in the chat. What do sloppy burger mean? Like that's how gone we was when, you know. But she said sloppy burger, right though. So this particular Sunday, I got up, baby, feeling good. I didn't have a hangover. I was ready to praise the Lord. Okay. And so they walked up to me and said, and I was like, well, what do that mean? Meaning, like, I smelled like the side, I was on the side of a 500 liquor store. It was coming out my pores. Now, this is why I got myself together. Is because I was up in the pastor face. I was up in the assistant pastor face. Baby, I was just hugging my butt off. You hear me? I felt so bad. I was like, I got so convicted. I think that was when, and not that like I wasn't still had other things that I needed to be delivered from, but as far as running the streets and clubbing, when I say really like being all in, baby, that was my turnaround right there. I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, but I thank God for my pastor, my assistant pastor, because they didn't say one mumbling word. But yeah, so okay, yes. So let me ask, how many years have somebody Taylor said, yo, you know about the sloppy burger. What's the sloppy burger? Fill the people in the community tonight. Fill your sister in, because I don't know what a sloppy burger is. I ain't gonna tell you what I think it is, but it ain't a whole.
Honey, it was a tragedy.
It was, let's just say it was a tragedy. And if we hadn't had emergent help, it was about to be ugly.
That's a good old Dan man.
It was our Bob. Boom. Move out the way.
Woo! We say move.
Move
Get
out the way, please.
That is so hilarious.
Oh.
So what you're saying is a sloppy burger is when it's one of them moments. Gotcha.
Get a, you know the song say get a tight grip. Get a tight grip.
Tragedy.
Woo. Oh my God. Y'all are great. Y'all are too silly. So how long have you been at your current church?
22 years.
22 years. This is a question for everybody or whoever wants to answer.
I think we've been there 18.
Yeah.
Wow. Goodness gracious, don't even see. So without giving details, or when I say details, without giving specific names, how many have you belonged to other ministries besides the one that you're currently at? And if so, how many other ministries have you been a part of?
The answer for me is yes. And I've only been a part of 2 other ministries.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to say yes and 4.
Okay.
Yes, 3.
And I'm going somewhere while I'm asking, because remember, tonight's topic of discussion is, do you need thick skin to be a Christian? So community, I want you to keep that in mind. But again, I want you to get to know us, get to know who's in front of you, and at least let you know that you got some saved people offering their opinions on here this here evening. So they do know a little something about what they talking about. So with that being said, were they all the same
denominations? Yes.
No, for me.
No. So New Unity Foundation is Baptist, even though we are considered non-denominational. What other besides Baptist had you belong to?
CME.
No, not me. I think mine was Baptist and non-denomination.
And just non-denominational. Ooh, Nisha, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that CME. I would like to hear some more information about that. I'm gonna have to pick your brain about that. I like to learn about different denominations and just getting that understanding about how people serve and what they believe in, their doctrine that they teach, and just, compare it to a lot of other stuff. I know last week I learned so much history about the church. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Guys, if you have not done so already, again, welcome to Walking Through the Fire this evening. You have time to bring somebody into the community. Send them that link. Let them know that we're live over here at YouTube as well. If you have any comments, any questions, make sure you put them in the chat so we can help each other get to our next level. So let us, again, no matter who I have on my show, the main foundation of this, and the reason it's called Walking Through the Fire, is because we have all gone through a particular fire, multiples. We've gone through storms, we've gone through floods, and we sure gone through some fires in our life. And so even though we have a 20 to 30 year friendship, and we know things and learned things over the years about each other. We've gone through the good and the bad times with each other, our lives, and just on that journey as well. And so I still know that there are some things that we just don't tell everybody. I know there are some fires that we just ain't told nobody. And what we say, y'all tell me, where are we taking it to?
We're taking to the
Don't
grave.
tell nobody. Don't tell nobody but God.
Yes, Lord.
What do you say? Don't tell nobody
Don't
but
tell
God.
nobody but God.
Yes. Welcome, KD Martindale. Yes. Say, don't tell nobody but God. And so, with that being said, I want to give each of you an opportunity, because this platform is to give you the ability to tell your story, to have a safe place where there's no, what they say, we just listen, we don't judge, because nobody understands your glory sometimes until they know your story. And so I just want to give each of you a couple of minutes and just give us, what out of your life, what are some of those walking through the fire or walking through the fire moment that you had to experience? And let's do this. We'll start from the youngest. Shamika, well, since you the baby, we'll start with the youngest to the oldest.
Okay, March 5th, 2016. I was at the hospital. One of my sons had broke his leg playing football. I'm sitting in the hospital watching the news. Well, I wasn't watching, but somebody else was watching the news. I was kind of sitting behind the TV, and it's like somebody, got killed on this street. Okay, I'm up here visiting my other son. So when I went home, you go to sleep, get a knock at the door. Like, Shamika, the police want you. I had a real bad feeling all day because I went to a friend of mine's funeral that day, and I just had a bad feeling all day. I talked to my son. He was supposed to go get his little sister some shoes. He told me he didn't make it. That was the last time I talked to him. So the police came. They wanted to talk to me. I walked to the door. I seen the policeman in the trench coat. I'm like, he like, you Shamika, yes. And so I said, you gonna come and tell me my child is dead?
Wow.
He like, I'm sorry. I ain't hear nothing else he said. The first thing I said was, get my mother and my sisters here now. That was the first thing I said. That was my walking through the fire. Is I deal with panic attacks and anxiety attack disorder.
Wow.
It did not overtake me. I was very calm. Everybody came, still calm. I went to church the next morning. Been going to church ever since. God had already prepared me that my son was going to be killed in a dice game. Been preparing me for years.
How when you say preparing you, what do you mean?
I already had that dream. I seen it in a dream. And I seen it multiple times. And we would tell him, boy, like my mom told him, boy, sit down somewhere. He was like, she said something. He was like, I'm all right, and I'll be all right. I'm all right, I'll be dead. He said something on Facebook like a couple of days before it happened that something about I won't deny God.
My God.
So I think he knew as well. That was my walking through the fire. And it was like 2016 seemed like I lost my son, then I lost my auntie. Then right after that, I lose my goddaughter. It was just so much. Like it seemed like I just been walking through the fire. And I know God is he dealing with me. I know what God is telling me. It's just me quit being Shamika.
Let me ask you, Shamika, and sisters, if you're on here, if you got questions, please. Okay, this is an open forum. Even though I'm asking questions, this is an open forum. Anybody, if you have questions for the guests as they're talking about their walking through the fire moments, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments. But you said something earlier about it humbled you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had a nasty attitude.
Yep.
What did that look like? What do you mean by it humbled you?
So now I'm not just so, I just want, if you do something to me, it doesn't bother me. I can walk away, but I promise you gonna know I know.
Yeah.
But baby, the prayer life that I got, you gonna know I know, because God gonna show you that I've been praying for you and about you. And I ain't talking bad about you, but I'm praying for you. So yeah, that because my attitude was so bad, you could talk to me, I won't pay you any attention, none of that. I will shut down on you.
Oh, quick in a hurry.
And I mean it would be ugly, it would be bad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You said something, girl, that I don't even know if you realize. You said I can pray for you and about you, because sometimes you got to pray to God about some people. Woo!
Listen,
Jesus.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. You can talk about me, you might not like me, but when it comes to ministry, I can put that to the side. I can work with you. We can do the best in ministry, but after that, I don't have to go home with you. I don't have to eat with you.
That's right.
I can, after that, it's a done deal. But I still can pray for you.
Yeah, definitely. And you said something that, and I think again, as being your friend and being on that journey with you, oh shucka darn, and being on that journey with you, I was flabbergasted. Like I couldn't comprehend how in the world you went through that. And I would tell you all the time, girl, I don't know how you stronger than I would ever be. I wouldn't imagine myself getting up the next day and being in church and not missing. I couldn't imagine a parent losing a child and not being curled up in the bed or being depressed and stressed and oppressed. And so did you have a strong prayer life before this happened?
Nope. Not like that. Not like I do now.
Thank you for your honesty. And when you say not a strong prayer life, was it one of those you just prayed when it was necessary? Like,
nah, it wasn't that I prayed when it was necessary. I'm not an outspoken person. I don't like praying out loud. If you tell me, "Ooh, pray for me," I'd be like, "I got you."
Right.
It might be like 10 minutes from now, maybe a day later. But now you say, "Pray for me," I'm immediately praying for you and with you. And baby, when I pray, when I go in, I'm going in. So yeah.
So was it your prayer life that brought you out of that? That fire that you were in when you experienced that loss?
No, honey, God's grace and mercy.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
His grace and mercy. So community, I know that she is not by herself, that has lost, someone close, a dear loved one to them. And so we always say, well, you always say, oh, you can get over it, or you'll be, this part right here. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Mm-mm.
And it's one of those, no matter how many friends you got, how much support you got, she's telling you how to come out of that. Because sometimes it ain't nothing somebody can say ever. It just doesn't matter. when you lose something like that so precious. So listen to what she said. Her prayer life and the grace and mercy of God has gotten her through it. So if you have experienced loss, no, God has not forgotten your name. God has not left you without a comforter. And all you got to do is just cry out and pray unto him. So what? What? Last month, all you did was Jesus help me. Sometimes it takes tragedy for us to expand our vocabulary and say 2 or 3 more sentences in our prayer, or it changes. So, Nisha, what was your walk? Thank you for sharing and being so open, Shamika. Nisha, what was your walking through the fire moment?
With me, mine started, it first started, but I really didn't recognize the the fire because I still was maintaining and trying to go through. My
Ooh-wee.
husband at the time was killed, and everyone on this phone was there at that time. Then my nephew was killed like 2 years later. So right immediately after, no, before my nephew got killed, I got sick. I was having trouble with my knees, and I kept going to the doctor, going to the doctor. They said, "Okay, I'm gonna send you to go get an X-ray." So when I got the X-rays on my knees, the doctor called me and said, "I need you to get to the doctor, the hospital now." And I'm like, "Get to the hospital now? What's going on?" She's like, "I tell you when you get there." So when I got there, she told me that calcium had been pulled from my bones.
Wow.
So they ran all these tests. They wanted to make sure it wasn't cancer. And by the grace of God, it wasn't cancer. But they told me my kidneys was failing. I'm like, nobody in my family going through kidney disease. How did this happen?
How old were
So,
you, if you don't mind me asking? I'm sorry, how old were you?
um, 45. I was
Okay.
about 45 when it happened. And so my stepfather, my mother, and my sisters here was at the hospital. When I tell you, when it comes to coming together and being on one accord and praying, these are some praying people.
Mm.
Baby, they were so loud in that hospital room. I thought we was gonna get put out. You could, Minister Majors, she was speaking in tongues so loud. I said, "Oh Lord, they're gonna put us up out of the room." So
I've been put
they
out
was
of better places.
they was they was like, "We're gonna have to keep you overnight." So I was like, "Okay," because they wanted to run more tests. So then they had a kidney specialist come up and talk to me and told me that we're gonna have to start you on dialysis. I wasn't trying to hear that. Yeah, I was 45 years old. You talking about dialysis? Usually, when you see people on dialysis, you seeing elderly people.
Yeah, yeah.
So I talked to the surgeons and went through the doctors, and I was like, okay, I want to do it myself. Not to mention, God had already prepared me for this, y'all, and I didn't even realize it. I had
Mm.
went to school for dialysis, so I knew the background history of dialysis.
Right.
So I end up doing peritoneal dialysis for about 5 years, and the port got infected, and I had got peritonitis. So they was like, well, we're gonna have to take the port out, and we're gonna have to do hemodialysis. I didn't want to
Mm.
do hemodialysis because I don't like needles.
Mm.
So they put a catheter in my chest, and I end up being able to do that from home. And after I had that done, the doctor came up to me and said, "You know what? The only problem you have is your blood pressure. I think
Mm.
that you need to get on the list for a kidney." I said, "I don't want to do that." She's like, "Why?" I said, "I just don't want to do it. I'm over this. I'm tired of it. Whatever
Right.
happens, happens." So then I started thinking about I had 5 girls at home, and I was thinking about them. And then once the older girls had moved out and moved on, I knew I had Rachel. So I
Right.
knew I had to be there for her. So that was the only reason why that I accepted to go on the dialysis, on the transplant list. Not knowing, I'm thinking it was going to be years later. I got
Mm.
on the list, and not even a month later, they called me for a kidney. But that kidney was not, I'm telling you, they called me at 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to St. Vincent's Hospital. The surgeon came in, they gave me all the medicine and prepped me for surgery. He said, "We're not doing this."
Mm.
And I'm like, "We're not doing," he said, "No, this kidney is not the one we want."
Wow.
So later, they called me back, and the lady said, she said, "I need you to go get some blood work done." I said, "Okay." So when I went and got the blood work done, she called me back. She said, "Your blood work is good, but I don't want to get your hopes up high yet. But about 5 o'clock, we're gonna need you to come to St. Vincent's." No,
Mm.
she said 7. So she said, "I need you to eat at 5." I said, "Okay." I had been all day not eating because it was a Wednesday, and we had got on the prayer line. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these sisters prayed. And when I say they prayed, and it was just like a peace came over me
My
that
God.
day. And so I was laying in the bed before I got the call about going to get the blood. But they called me back at 5 and said, "No, don't eat. I need you to the hospital now." Went to the hospital, and y'all, the surgery, they told my mother to go home because she won't even know till the next happened. She would be asleep. Y'all, my mother hadn't even made it home yet, and I picked up the phone to call my sister and ask where was my mama at. You
Yes,
can't
sir.
tell me that God was not in this surgery, okay?
Come
When
on.
you truly put self to the side and allow God to be God in your life, what the woman of God said, let God be God. When you do that, his will be done.
Let me ask you this. In the beginning, um, when they told you that, what was your mental state? Did depression come over you? Was straight, like, what does that look like for you?
Yep, I'm gonna tell you, depression. I felt like, you know what? If this is the end, let it be in. I did not want to have to go through all the tests, the situations, and just being sick. Because when I say I was sick, but I still came to church every
Mm,
Sunday and every Tuesday and done what I needed to do to help move the Lord's church.
yeah,
So yeah, even though I had the enemy on this side of me saying, "What you going to church for? You need to stay home," but
right.
I couldn't do that.
You know they say, and when you were talking, this what came to my mind. If you take care of God's house, He'll take care of your
That's
house.
it.
And we
That's
talk
it.
about the physical house, your body,
Mm-hmm.
in the name of
Yeah.
Jesus. So,
Yeah.
I and so when that first time that they called you and prepped you and you got ready and you was like, "Oh, I'm about to get this kidney," did that discourage you, or
It
like when he said, "Nah, we ain't gonna do this," did it like shut you down and isolate you?
At first it did, but then I said, "You know what? Delay is not denial."
My God.
So I was like, and I had to remember what he said. This kidney is not what we want. We want a kidney that we know is going to work. So had I
Mm,
got that kidney, it could have failed the next day or a
yeah,
year.
yeah.
But it'll be 5 years in July 21st. So
Say five for grace.
yeah,
Five for
that's it.
grace. You know, and especially when you dealing with medical things,
Hmm.
a lot of times people take themselves out before they supposed to go because it's mind over
Yeah,
matter. You know
yeah,
what I mean? They
yeah,
already have accepted defeat
yeah.
in their mind. So healing can't even go forth. And like you
Mhm.
said, no matter what the report of the doctor's
Yeah.
report was, what they say, whose
I,
report will you
I believe
believe?
the report of the
Come
Lord.
on,
Yeah.
come
Because
on.
he had already told me. He told me, and in my prayer
High Harmony with
was,
her bonnet on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
my prayer was always, Lord, if it's your will, heal me on this side of heaven.
Yeah.
And he did just what he said he would
Yeah,
do.
and I am a firm believer, and I know it to be true, not because of what I read, not because of what somebody told me, but
Mhm.
it's one of those. Your attitude determines your altitude.
That's it.
Real
That's it.
talk. Real
That's
talk.
it.
And sometimes we can talk ourselves out of position. Like you said, you had the
Mhm.
bad and the good over here, and we miss our blessing that quick
Yeah.
because it didn't go the way we thought it should, or it
Yeah.
don't feel the way it should feel. And I know you guys know, audience, I know that you have met someone that as soon as they get a bad report, they isolate themselves, they shut
Mhm.
themselves down. You don't hear from them, you don't see them, or any of that.
Yeah.
And so I just thank God that you still had the tenacity and the will and zeal from the Lord. You know how they say that
Yeah.
you don't understand that strength that surpasses
Mhm.
all understanding.
Yeah.
Like knowing if you could cut me open and see what is really going on in the inside, see that I'm crying and dying mentally, emotionally, and physically, but yet God got
Yeah.
me looking like I got it all together in the midst of my storm and my fire.
And you know what? Had I not been obedient to the man of God, he put us on a 21-day fast. Had
Yeah,
I not done that fast, I would not have the healing
you
that
sure
I
did.
have now because I got the call on the last day of
Yeah,
the fast.
yeah. We had a question. Did Tanisha experience any depression during her health challenge?
I did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did.
How did you come out of that? How did you release that depression?
Being in the house of God and prayer.
Mm, mhm. Let me ask this: would you agree, or did this happen to you because people think that because we having real conversations, okay? And I know when I was going through some of the things, some of the fires that I've gone through, I was in church, but I wasn't a happy camper in church.
Oh no. Some days I didn't even want to be bothered with nobody. Don't talk to me. I'm
Yeah,
here. Just leave me alone. That's yeah.
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 And again, and I think me and Shamika, me and you had this conversation sometime last week. Why when people go through, why the first thing they do is refuse to come to church? Refuse to come to church.
Yeah, you
Mm,
should keep pressing your way.
yeah, Lord.
That's the time you need to be at church.
Yeah, yeah. All right, the matriarch of this sister circle, Yolanda. How about you, love? What give us some insight on walking through the fire moment for you?
Well, really, I'm gonna make a long story short because I had been walking through the fire for a very long time, and it started out as a little girl,
Mm,
being bullied, being teased.
wow.
No matter how much my mom and dad would tell me that they loved me and that I was beautiful, the teasing and the bullying was just so strong that it overcame everything that they would tell me.
Wow.
So that caused a lot of low self-esteem. It caused me to make decisions that were not right. It caused me to
Mm.
sever some friendships that are probably still should have been friends till now. Um, and so it had gone on for years. Being in relationships I didn't have no business being in, making decisions that were not right, going places I didn't have no business going, because I felt the need of wanting to be wanted
Hmm.
due to my low self-esteem.
Wow.
And so What really was the fire to my feet is the last, there was a relationship that I was in that really went south and really went south bad. It compromised my walk with Christ. It compromised my calling. And it was around about the time that I lost dad. And so I was here at home and I finally fell to my knees and I said, Lord, I need you to fix me. I've been carrying this for so long. I need you to fix me. There had even been points of depression. There had been points of suicidal thoughts. And at that moment, I said, okay, God, I need you to fix me. And he said, all right, are you sure? He spoke to me and said, are you sure this is what you want? Are you ready? I said, yes. He said, well, I'm going to have to show you that you ain't always been the victim.
Ooh-wee.
You've sometimes been the villain.
My God, yo.
And so I said, okay. He said, now I'm going to cut you open and I'm going to show you, but I'm not going to leave you there. I'm going to heal you and we're going to move on in a positive way. And so be careful when you ask God to show you who you really are. For a long time, I had been walking with that little girl who was never healed. And so I had to go back and heal that little girl in order to move in my total healing. And once God got done with me, I said, ain't nothing nobody can say now. You can call me fat. I know I am voluptuous.
Come on.
And ain't nothing I can do about it.
Come on, baby.
It is what it is. You hear me? It is what it is. And so when you get in the presence of God and allow him to mold you and shape you, and no matter how much you hear, like I said, no matter how much I heard it from mom and dad, like, yo, you're beautiful, yo, you're this, yo, you're that. I had to hear just that one yes from God.
Yeah.
And so it was the low self-esteem for me, but it was years of it. Like it just trickled from year to year, relationship to relationship. And it was, and the one thing that I always said is that if I ever had a chance to help another young lady or even another young man, I pray that it does not go for years. And I'm talking about in your 30s, your 40s. I was literally probably 47 or 48 until I got completely healed from my low self-esteem.
Let me ask you this, because I think it's important, especially for people that have not walked with Christ a long time, and that's what we call babes in Christ. It does have nothing to do with your age, because we got some 60-year-olds that's still babes in Christ. Yeah. Okay, so you said something, and oh girl, my mind went back, but you talked about low self-esteem and being that victim. You're not always the victim. Sometimes you're a villain, and it took you to one day just come to your knees and say, Lord, change me, help me. Did it happen overnight?
No, ma'am. It was a process. Because the thing about it is, all of the years that I had been dealing with that, it took just that much pouring of God's spirit, of his characteristics, of his anointing, of his oil. It had to take just double the portion for me to be delivered.
There.
I had to have shackles broken, fetters taken off. I had to have all of that. I had to get cleansed
from the root.
And yes. And something that my bishop told me when I had finally accepted my calling and moved forward in that, he said, from this day forth, make sure you keep your hands clean and your heart pure.
Well, my friend Apostle Merriweather, y'all, she ain't really an apostle, but this is a sister circle joke, okay? Because girl be spitting, the Lord be talking to her in them dreams, baby, and she'll hurry up and text us and drop that nugget. We be giving them, them eyeball emojis. Who did it? What's wrong? what, do we need to have a conversation? We need to get on a conference call. But Sister Mary and Sister Shamika, honey, she says that to me all the time. Okay, because it's so easy. Woo, as they say, put your religion to the side, or let somebody bother you when you unbothered. Try to bother you, as they say.
And you know what you were saying as far as the process, part of that process too was that I had to go back to folks who totally forgot what I had done to them. I still had to go back and apologize. Some of them accepted it. Some of them was like, yo, I don't even remember what happened, but I accept your apology. And then I had some that did not accept it at all.
Let me ask this. Because you talked about low self-esteem, and I know sometimes low self-esteem can hinder your progression. It could hinder friendships and all kind of different things. And you stated that there was something that arose that hindered your ministry or where you were going. When that happened, did you feel like you deserved it?
No, I didn't feel like I deserved it. It was nasty. It was horrible, but it was necessary.
Ooh-wee. It was necessary. Nisha, you seem like you won't say something. Go ahead.
And them people that didn't accept your apology, the blood is not on your hands anymore.
That's right. That's right. That's how we can.
And that's true. That's very true.
And I know too, sometimes because we are scared of rejection, we don't even go and get that right, because you worried about, are they going to accept it? But it ain't for them to accept. The forgiveness, as we know to be true, ain't for them. It's for us.
Yeah.
It's for us.
Yeah.
So and I know, and what strikes me is, and people, I think that they got it twisted. It be the most beautiful men and women with the lowest self-esteem.
Yeah.
That baffles me.
Yeah.
That baffles me, because I know that they hear and see people giving them compliments. And like you said, it don't matter how many people tell you that you look cute on a daily basis. If for the last 20 years somebody told you that you ugly, you sure is ugly. You know what I mean? And because eventually you start believing that. You know what I mean? Because your self-esteem is not where it needs to be at that time.
But I tell you what, when the Lord gave it to me, I'm not, and it might help somebody, and I'm gonna keep it real. I got in the mirror. I said, "Do you like what you see? Do you like what you see?"
Tell them, big sister, gorgeous one.
We say, big sister, gorgeous one.
Young Jedi, my beautiful young Jedi.
Yes.
But you know what? It was something that even after my sister circle, y'all poured into me too in the midst of me going through my healing. And just letting me know, listen, yo, it is what it is. You thick and you beautiful.
That's right.
It is what it is. You may not, anybody that might be here on the live, you may have big ears, but guess what? The bigger, the better you can hear. Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with it. You might have big nostrils. That's all right. That's all right.
And you know what? I want people to know this ain't no game. This is not a game. Because if one of us are going through something, we'll call and we be like, we need prayer. And we immediately go into prayer. We don't ask what it is.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
And let me push the envelope a little further. Because when you got a true circle, support, sister friendship that we have, baby, I can call you and you can be like, hey, What's wrong? I hear it in your voice.
Yep.
And because all three of y'all do it. Nothing. I'm good. And sometimes you don't got to tell me nothing. We'll just go into prayer immediately.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that I appreciate about this group. We went from I'm laughing, community, because listen, we keeps it real. We went from messy, okay,
Yep,
to a message. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
We were,
and that's the God honest truth.
yeah, we were that sister group. Girl, I ain't gonna say girl. Did you hear this? Yeah, let me tell. And my favorite was, all I'm gonna say is.
Or better yet, one of us can be like, girl.
We already know.
Yeah, you know, click over and call. You know, it used to be those conversations with a little prayer. And now that I look back on it, I thank God, because everybody don't have friends where they can pray. Don't give me no friends that just want to go to the club with me. Give me some friends that when I'm going through, baby, that
absolutely, absolutely,
because I need some manna to fall down.
Absolutely.
I'm not strong enough to speak some things into my own life. I need some people connected to me that can speak those things for me.
Yeah.
It's just like a marriage, any relationship. When one is weak, the others is strong.
Yes, ma'am.
When one is strong, the others is weak. And I know that y'all gonna agree with me. We didn't all been through some of the same things.
Yes.
And I know for me and Shamika, it's always our cars. Always.
I used to go crazy.
Girl, my car that broke down. I ain't got no car. People mad at me. and me and Yo talk about it too all the time. It's just like in and out different seasons. And I appreciate it, because now you know how to handle me, because I know that I ain't the easiest person as a friend. So, well, watch yourself.
Honey.
Watch yourself now. I can't. This is my show. I can't delete you off.
I
Honey,
say this.
If they only knew the addict.
We already know what that means.
If they only knew the addicts, Crystal and Shamika, Lord have mercy.
You said you need tough skin to be a Christian.
Hey, and we're going to get off of this. Hold on, wait a minute, because I got some comments that I need y'all to see. Hold on. So it says, has your friendship with one another suffered any strain?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm going to say yeah, and I'm going to give an example. And then that sounds like shade. Come on, Rachel, whatever. And Offspring said yes, Crystal. I don't know what she was saying. Yes, Crystal, too. But I'm hoping she was saying yes, Crystal, that I can drop Shamika from the call. But I'm gonna tell you, in our friendship, one thing that hurt me, and I will never ever forget this. And when I say hurt me, it hurt me because I hurt my friend. Now I'm not gonna show this comment. You know what I gonna be like at. Guys, Offspring said you can be a doozy. What's that last name? No more comments from Guys Offspring. We're gonna block that.
We'll be like, she'll be all right. Don't even worry about it. She'll be all right.
Girl, that's all right, because listen, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, and I know that I've gotten better, but I know that sometimes I'm not the easiest person to have a conversation with. Not to be a friend, but to have a conversation with. But because how I would say things and wasn't mindful about how my words were, I said something to Shamika, and it probably was 10 years. And I think I told her like you were, and we were, you know how you young and you mess with guys and your friends try to tell you leave that guy alone. I think I told her, and she can probably tell you the story better, but you know, like you stupid for messing with him. She never said nothing to me, y'all. And I don't know if I even ever told the other two this. Like, she never said nothing to me. One day we were on the phone, literally had to been a decade later, and she said, you know, you said something to me a long time ago that really hurt my feelings. And hear my dumb self like, well, what you talking about? She told me that, and I'm gonna say I think I shedded a tear because I felt I was hurt because I hurt her. And I knew it was real because that was 10 years ago and she just now saying something. So I knew that hurt her and that stuck with her. Did it strain? No, but maybe not for me, but it may have been a silent strain on her behalf and never said nothing to me. And then I'll let y'all have the floor. I can say we like anybody else. We have good debates and good disagreements. But okay.
Let me clear this up. So
okay,
listen, when she said this, y'all, this was longer than 10 years ago. Cause my man, I've been with him longer than 10 years.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's 20-something. Yep, so you're right.
So when she said that, yes, it did hurt me, and I did say that I shut down. But woo, baby, she probably should have told me that a little bit longer before. Cause honey, my hilarious voice. Listen, yes, honey, if you only knew. Ooh, if only you knew.
I was gonna say you so silly, but you so true. That's so true.
Yes, Lord.
I was gonna say, I think the reason we are so close as well, and I want y'all to chime in, is because we have disagreements like any sister, any family member. But one thing we not gonna do is we ain't about to let 24 hours really pass without.
No.
And it ain't about who was right and who was wrong. And for me, because I know I done it plenty of times, and some of the times I was in the wrong and sometimes I was in the right. I'm sorry. I just don't want to feel like that with my sisters. Nisha, you laughing too hard.
Listen, since we keep it all the way real, there was one Sunday morning, and I think, and yes, my prayer partner, that's my prayer partner. Baby, I don't know, sis was going through it. She had something on her mind, and I came in, I said, good morning. She said,
what she do, yo?
She said, I said, is everything? She said, I said, okay, I'll just talk to her later on. But you know what? Like you said, you know, and later on she called me. She was like, yo, that didn't have nothing to do with you. I was like, hey, I just went in my prayer closet, you know. So when God's offspring asks us if it's ever been a strain, I don't think it's been a strain. I think we've had some disagreements. Shamika gets quiet and won't say nothing.
Nothing.
But the thing about it is, like you said, we won't go no 24 hours and not get that thing settled. We will not lay our heads down. And if it comes to where we do lay our heads down, it messes with us in the night, where I know we've called each other and been like, you know what, sis, like, yeah, we need to.
There's a conference call or something going on, or if not, we'd be like, you talk to her, you tell her.
It's almost like it's almost like you call your brother and be like, your mother,
yes,
your sister.
That part. All right, guys, we've been having a good conversation, and unfortunately, I didn't want it to last this long. But let me see. It says I gotta come in. If your group chat or group can't have disagreements, it's not the right one. It makes a friendship stronger. That's right.
Come on now.
That is true.
Who want yes men around them?
Come on now.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
And you know what? My mother told me something a long time ago. First off, Dad told me that you only really you can really count on your hands. Your best friends, your good friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then mom told me if it's a real close friendship, if it's a best friend, if it's a sisterhood, y'all may have an agreement, you may fall out. If you come back together and you can discuss that thing, that's real.
Yeah.
But if you fall out and y'all go y'all separate ways, it might not have been meant to be from the jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was that Taylor?
That was Rachel.
Rachel, that was the truth. That's real truth.
And when I'm wrong, I don't want nobody telling me, because see, we call each other and be like, okay, listen, I need you to listen to this and tell me if I'm wrong before our clean go off.
Yeah.
you know, so I don't want you to be like, nah, girl, you was right. Let's go over there. No, I need somebody to talk me off of the ledge. Okay.
Yeah, that is one thing we do. We'll call and vent to each other, and then somebody gonna say, "Girl, you know that ain't right."
Yeah.
Now you know you can't be doing.
And throw in, now you know God or your girl, don't block your blessing.
Yep. Yep.
We come too far. Okay, y'all, let's change gears really quick and let's jump into tonight's conversation of, do you need tough skin to be a Christian? And the reason I started at the beginning of the show asking you about your experiences is because, and all of you guys said you have been saved, I'm sure that some of the things you've experienced have been with unsaved people and saved people. And I'm sure that those things has changed your perspective, maybe softened you up a little bit, because some of us, like me, I was a little too hard and rough around the edges, so I think I'm a little softer. And then some of us still had to put on the extra layer of skin just to deal with church folk, okay? Especially if you in leadership. So my first question to you is, do you think you have tough skin?
I do now. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't because of my low self-esteem, it caused me to have a defense mechanism. So you could never tell me anything. You could never say anything to me without me getting upset and thinking that you were coming for me. But now, yeah, it's just like the conversation that we were having that led up to the point where your pastors, your leaders, if they can't rebuke you or correct you,
come on.
What are you really there for?
Yeah.
As a Christian, do we have to have tough skin, or is that just
absolutely?
You better, because church folks who will make you want to put hands on them, and not praying and laying hands. I mean, putting actual hands on them. But kingdom-minded people, that's a difference. It's a difference between church folks and kingdom-minded. So I yes, you need it.
Yes, because baby, I was gonna get a woman in church. I mean, go get her.
Yeah.
And my bishop was in mid conversation talking to people. He called me up and laid me on out too.
What'd you say? Laid you on out?
Laid me on out. So yeah, you got to, because yes, church people will make you.
Yes,
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. And as well, just because we're human, we always tend to see the faults in other people and not ourselves. And especially when you're very active in church and you're serving in church, it's easy to say, well, I'm doing this and they ain't doing. And so I think in that aspect, I think what kind of started me having is cleaning the church for like 10 years. And, just realizing what certain people were doing and just the disrespect. And it was just like, we would be down there crying like, God, why am I here cleaning this church every single Sunday? You know what I mean? Like every Tuesday, excuse me. And so in order for me to keep my eye on the prize and to stay focused, I had to develop tough skin and say, I can't worry about what other people are doing. What'd you say, Rachel Day said, I remember them days of cleaning.
She was right there with us.
Hey,
Yeah, Lord.
steak dinners was good though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all. Yes. I'm sorry. So let's talk about having to develop that thick skin. Do you think church people are easily offended?
Yes, and sometimes it don't even be about them. You just get offensive because sometimes you might be wrong. And you don't want to admit that you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? You think you know it all, you got it all together. And I mean, sometimes that's just what it is. You just and it might not even be about you. It might be about somebody else and you didn't got mad. So that means if you got mad, that means you know you was wrong.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with you.
And a lot of
Yeah,
people
I said,
think because they're grown, they can't tell me nothing. But it's a difference being grown of age and being grown in the spirit.
Come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You got some younger people more mature in the spirit than you do some older people that been in church all their life.
Yeah.
All their life. And as well, I was thinking while we're sitting here talking about thick skin, when you in the world, you got problems, but they ain't magnified. You don't really feel them. You ignore them. And so there's no need to put on a covering. There's no need to get an extra layer on because you're not exposed to anything. You're blinded, and so nothing is. You're not exposing it. Nothing is being exposed that can hurt you. But soon as you say, God, I confess with my mouth, believe in my heart that you raised up from the dead with all power in your hands.
Yeah.
It seemed like a target is on your back.
My God.
And things start to happen.
Yep.
And not that your bills wasn't paid last month either. It just seemed like this month, I can feel it, the pressure a little more. I'm worrying about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so just sitting here thinking, and not so much as a correlating having tough skin with people doing something to you, just you being on the battlefield for the Lord. When he say, put on the whole armor,
Jesus.
That's why you got to get tough skin. That's why you got to get calluses, because sometimes dealing with the church, you got to keep doing things. You got to keep repeating things. The process, yo.
Yeah.
The process is repetitive. Okay? You got to keep doing some things in your process. And if you don't have tough skin, you'll get wore down real easy.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me.
That's why when for a lot of years, a lot of us have been church hurt. We say church hurt, church hurt, church hurt. It's not the church that did it.
Come on.
Right.
It's the people in the church that did it.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have tough enough skin, you'll go and say, well, the church hurt me. The church did this and I'm not going back. But it wasn't the church. It was the person inside the church.
Yeah.
And so once again, you got to have tough skin. You got to. What is more important? The hurting of the person or getting to the promised land?
That's good. And you know what? You have to have tough skin because you're going to see all kind of things in the church.
Yeah.
And you got to put on them,
absolutely,
put them blinders on and keep you from seeing the things that you don't need to see.
Yeah,
that's right.
And keep your focus on God, because I'm gonna tell you, it's stuff that goes on in the church, and if you're not rooted in God, you'll walk in the church and it'll be a revolving door. You right back out.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Right.
Experiencing the same thing at another church.
Exactly.
Everybody else instead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to piggyback off you too, because when you lined up with the will of God and the favor of God is on you, baby, people going to talk about you.
Oh, yeah.
People going to talk about you. They not going to like you. They swear up and down you this or you think you that. And it's one of those that, why you offended about my anointing and my favor?
Yeah.
And because you can't celebrate with me, now I gotta put on thick skin so I won't say nothing to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will cause my stagnation or not my elevation or progression in God. Now it took me a minute to get there, because I'm gonna keep it out of the way real. I got some witnesses. It was a time where I was downstairs in the fellowship hall, ready to throw these hands, you know. And I thank God.
Thank you.
I thank God that it didn't go down.
Yeah.
And I think because it could have went another way.
Yeah.
And I even felt bad for even the altercation that happened, you know, there. And so you got to develop thick skin, especially when you are chosen. And if you are a child of God, you are chosen.
Yeah.
There's a price to the yes.
Come on, what you say?
There's a price to the yes.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't understand the price of that yes. And everybody's price is a little bit more expensive than the other.
Yeah.
And baby, them leaders, they are watching you. Okay.
Yep.
They are watching everything you do. Oh, they supposed to be a leader.
Yep.
Everybody have bad days.
Yeah. But forget a leader. I'm gonna talk to the lane member, the one that ain't even thinking about. Cause see, them are the ones that get offended the most. Am I lying?
No.
The ones that ain't serving in the kingdom.
Yeah.
They seeing me half the time, Christmas, Mother Day, and Easter Saints, or you see them once or twice a month, and they the ones that's always stirring up strife and division. They always got an issue talking about somebody don't like them, or the church did this, or the message the pastor preached, somebody told their business because
the
he
pastor
was
didn't
preaching
come and
to
see
them.
me. Yep,
What'd you say?
The pastor didn't come and see me while I was in the hospital.
Come on. Oh, that's a good one.
My.
Easy to get mad. So all I can say is, if you're that mad, baby, go and get your bags and go. Just go, because you're getting on my nerves.
Did you say you're getting on my nerves?
Getting on my nerves.
Girl, we got a comment, y'all. Hi, Shanika says, cause teach me how to have thick skin, Jesus. Yeah, and I want all of us to answer. You want to know how to have thick skin? Don't waste your energy talking and arguing with fools.
Yep. And pray and ask the Lord to give you that armor.
Yeah, you know what our favorite thing at work is saying? I don't care. They don't sign my checks. Well, that's the same energy and attitude we need to have dealing with the people of God. I don't care, because they ain't the ones that's going to say, well done, my good and faithful servant.
That's it.
Yeah.
They ain't the ones that, as Sister Shamika said, giving me the grace and mercy to get out of the bed when I lose my son.
Yeah.
When Sister Yolanda said low self-esteem, the things that were poured into her that was negative, only God poured more into, where it was an overflow, that where the things that he was speaking, she actually believed it. The faith that you had, Nisha, going in, knowing that you needed another kidney, even though they told you to wait and hold on, that you still had the faith to wait and hold on. And all of them situations, each and every one of you could have been offended. Each and every one of you could have let that take you out.
Yeah.
But you staying in position, Shanika.
That's it.
And not saying that you gotta like it. Come on. Not saying you gotta like it, but staying in position, no matter what it looked like, no matter how bad they talked about you, no matter how bad they wanted your position, no matter how bad they tried to put salt in your game, you standing 10 toes down is what builds that. And you not responding, not just standing 2 toes down, but not responding That's what builds that thick skin. Y'all got some. Y'all got some more on that. How
It's
do you
less
build thick
traffic.
skin?
Less traffic if you stay in your own lane.
That's it.
Less
That's
traffic.
it. And the devil's job is to steal, kill, and destroy.
That's
He
right.
don't want you to get to the potential that God has for you. So you need to stand and put on the whole armor of God.
What Minister Major said, what Crystal said, as far as the staying in position,
Mhm.
even in the process, you got to stay in position. You can't abort the process and
That's
think you're going to get a different result. You got to stay in position in the process to get to where it is that you're trying to get. You can't keep aborting when it gets heavy, when it gets hot. Stay right in position.
You in the
In
fire,
order-
baby. Walking through the fire.
Yep.
Get in the right posture.
That's right. The key is you're not sitting down. You're walking through the fire.
Yeah.
You still got movement.
Yeah.
Because he said, wherever you go, I'll be with you.
Come on.
That's it.
You still got movement.
I'll
And
be with you.
again, I don't believe any of us will lie to you and tell you when you in that position, when you in that moment in time in that fire, it never feels good.
Mhm.
Never feels good.
Nope, it does not. It does not.
So if you think you waiting to get to the part to get thick skin where it feel good, baby, them calluses got to develop. And it take a long time for calluses to develop.
Yeah.
And once you develop them calluses, then you don't feel it when the friction starts to hit. You don't feel it when that palm starts to warm up with the nonsense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I apologize, community, for these allergies going on. But yeah, and I think just off the top of my head, one of the best scriptures is Ephesians. I think it's Ephesians. Y'all help me out, where it talks about putting on the whole armor of God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the book. If one of y'all maybe, I don't know if anybody's able to. Well, you know what, I got my. Well, if anybody's able to look up and maybe let me know so I can put it in the chat. The book and chapter and verse where it talks about putting on the whole armor of God. If you read that chapter, it tells you what you need to protect, how to protect it, because that is what's going to have you develop thick skin. Jesus had to have thick skin. There was no way that Jesus couldn't have thick skin and walk down to Calvary and they spitting on him and they beating him and they talking bad about him and throwing rocks at him. There is no way he would be able to do that on the cross for you and me if he didn't have thick skin. If he didn't have thick skin.
Ephesians 6:11.
Mm-hmm.
Spell that for me. Make sure I'm spelling it right. EPH. Is it IE?
EPHES.
Oh, thank you guys, Offspring. Thank you guys, Offspring. Ephesians 6:10 through 18. In your personal time, read that. Read that, especially Sister Shanika. Why? And you're not by yourself. While we're asking God, help me develop thick skin. Reading, getting in your word will do just that. Yeah. It'll start to help you understand what you need to put on and how you need to fight that. We got a comment that says sometimes you just look them in the face, say nothing, and walk away. That's right. They will confuse the enemy, and they won't know what to do and how to handle it. You better say it, God's Offspring.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think Sister Yolanda Sister Yo is my witness. I had somebody in the car stand one day, baby. I didn't always have thick skin, especially with this person. And they came to me. All I said was, not today, Satan, get behind thee. And I think that pissed and ticked them off more than me calling them, talking crazy to them. Yeah. Did, baby, they was hotter than fish grits. Hotter than fish grits. Put on thick skin with the word.
Yeah.
Like Offspring says, sometimes you gotta look them in the face, say nothing, and walk away, and roll your eyes on the way out. We thank God for bridling tongues around
Yes,
here.
Lord.
Yes,
My,
Lord.
my,
Ooh,
my,
yes,
my.
Lord.
Because I know I ain't by myself. I done tore some people down as well as I done build them up. But I want to build people up with my mouth and my words more than I want to tear them down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because the same ditch that I'm digging for somebody else, baby, that's the same ditch I'm going to fall in.
Yeah.
Y'all better hear me tonight.
Yeah.
So while you easily offended, I need you to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because we can be with that man all day, every day, baby. He offend us 24/7.
That's it.
But
That's
we still talking about baby, cool. Come here, boo. That's my man. That's my man. And he didn't call you everything but the child of God.
And you talking right.
Yeah, but yeah, you still bringing the milkshake to the yard.
My milkshake brings other boys to the yard.
And holy and acceptable unto the Lord. Okay. Yeah. But we don't get offended when that happened. We don't get offended when that happened now. Yeah. So again, I beseech you to don't always take things so personal. And especially this one, y'all tell me the social media comments, and this be my thing. I ain't even talking about you. I ain't even thinking about you. But because you own one and your elevator don't go all the way to the top, it's shake going up.
Yeah.
You think subliminally I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
So here you go, got your little assassination Twitter fingers going on, and you post something, and now a can of worms, Pandora's box is open because you didn't start something with this easily being offended. Put on tough skin, men and women of God. I promise you it'll save you a lot of heartache and a lot of misunderstandings and confrontation if we just learn how to develop some thick skin.
Yeah.
And help me out. The word says this race is not given to the strong,
nor the strong,
to the strong,
but to them who endure to the end.
That's it.
To the end.
That's the truth.
And the only way you're gonna be able to walk this Christian journey is if you can take some persecution.
Yeah.
If you can take some losses. If you can take some hits, some for yourself, some for the team, if you can do that, then you know you in the right camp.
Yeah.
But don't think that you're going to say yes to the Lord and you can be a weak soldier. You can't be weak in this army.
No,
ma'am.
Nobody's army. Even the United States military got a boot camp to get you stronger.
Yeah.
Because ain't no weak people allowed over here.
Yeah.
Y'all got anything for me? Y'all got anything? Comments, anybody from the community? I thank y'all. Y'all been hanging in there with us. We've been having a steady number. I had Taylor say, if the shoe fit,
wear it.
Oh, Basha.
Oh, Basha. Oh, Basha.
You can't tell me you ain't been listening in church, boo-boo. Yes. Oh, Lord, she said the shoe. I wish your bishop was out here so he could. Oh, my God. Okay, what we got next? Be like the Timex watch commercial. Take a lick and keep on ticking.
Yeah.
Keep on ticking. You got to.
Yeah.
And you can't look what's behind you. You got to look in what's front of you.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think Sister Sharita and Brother Deacon Alexander says this all the time, the serenity prayer.
Yep.
God, give me the ability to change the things I can and accept the things that I can't.
Yeah.
And when you learn to do that and give it over to the Lord, you start developing some calluses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You developed some calluses. I love this. I'm so proud. We are proud of you. We thank you. Because again, you title, no title, you never know who's looking at you.
Yeah.
And we just want to be examples of a strong sister circle that believes in a power like none other, and that we got each other's back. I got some more comments. Alfred says, and the Bible says, you like that Sunday because you had your preacher voice on.
In my bishop's voice, the Bible says,
Come on, yeah.
yeah.
You got to do
Take
your
us
little
to the
kid.
5.
Nisha.
You're right.
Oh God. Oh, she said y'all did amazing. Y'all did amazing. I love watching y'all grow and who y'all become today.
Bless you, Taylor Nisi too.
Yes, baby. Because I mean, listen, I wouldn't have it no other way in this sisterhood. We was in the streets together, and now we ain't got together. There is no better relationship than to see somebody that you ran the streets with, did dirt.
Yeah.
Both of y'all taking y'all secrets to the grave, you know what I mean? And to turn a new leaf and y'all walk in the same direction for God, and that I can call on you and not just to go have a good time, but have a good time in the Holy Ghost.
And you know what? One thing, I know we're getting ready to get off, but the one thing I want to,
more things, y'all give me about 15 more minutes, okay?
the one thing I want to say is this started before inside the church.
Yeah.
This started way before that.
Yeah.
And I just believe that at that time where I was going through what I was going through, God knew to connect me with you. And I tried my best to run.
Yeah,
but
3
then,
months. She did not want to mess with me. I asked her,
no,
every day, you want to come hang? She would tell me every day, no.
Nope, I'm good. Goodbye. See you later. And then after that, that's when I ran into, I came into a covenant with Sister Shamika. Now, when I got to Tanisha, Sister Tanisha,
you was like, wait a minute now.
Baby, when I went to go hug her, she was like, I said, Shamika is she said she is gonna take her a minute. So it took I broke her down, baby. It was probably about the 4th time I went to her. She finally opened up her arms like, you might be all right.
I'm like Deacon elect. I had to inspect my fruit.
I know that.
Well, I thank God I had some good fruit, some pears and oranges and bananas and strawberries and kiwi.
I know that's it. I encourage you, community, you need a sisterhood.
Yeah.
And sometimes what I'm gonna say is because I'm a lot closer with men than I am with women. Like y'all, like I'm cool with everybody, but building that bond. And I've always been like that, you know, just had like really best friends as men. Like, you know, it could be, you know, a co-ed circle group, you know, it ain't gotta be all sisters, but there is nothing like having a strong friendship. If y'all can't have this one, but I get it. Sorry. You can't have this one, but we have enough love to go around that we're not gonna treat you different. But like Apostle said in the beginning, we don't kick our feet up at everybody's table. You just
at all.
You know, you can't.
So,
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. And we got to be careful calling everybody sis, because then it don't mean nothing to people. And when I call you my sis, it means a whole lot. It just because I can say, hey, how you doing? So and so or Betty Jean. I'm hey sis. If I'm saying hey sis, that means you in my circle.
That also means that you can correct me when I'm wrong. You can also tell me, yo, that outfit don't look right. You need to change.
Yeah. Oh, well, we will. We will.
Absolutely, they will.
We will.
Absolutely. Or better yet, yo, what's going on with that hair?
Yeah.
Listen, I just put it back up today. It's been down for 2 weeks. 2.
People of God on walking through the fire. I thank God that my sister changed up for about a month, y'all. She has some little curly
It's
twisted
been 2
hair.
weeks. Yeah.
I told her, boy, I was ready to go up there and cut that puff ball out her head. But wait, that's another discussion. Let me, because I want you guys to give us some encouraging words. When she said, Taylor said, well, if y'all saw mine right now. Listen, okay. I'm gonna say something. I because it's closing up and we could sit on here. I knew we was gonna go past 9 o'clock because this is how it is when we just on the phone and stuff. So I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna say something. I want you to give me your thoughts, okay? I seen on social media and I reposted it. This woman said, I'd rather adjust my life to your absence than adjust my boundaries to accommodate your disrespect. What's your thoughts on that? Let me repeat it again. Yeah. She said, I'd rather adjust my life to your absence than to adjust my boundaries to accommodate your disrespect. We talking about thick skin. Y'all got anything on that? What come to y'all mind?
I'm protecting my peace at all costs.
Ain't that it?
And if I have to shrink myself to fit in your bubble, then obviously I must not be able to fit.
Ooh, that's good.
That's
you
good.
said if I gotta shrink myself
to fit in your bubble. Yeah. So I'd rather love to watch you walk away than to keep you. So God bless. Still love you, but I'll see you later.
No love.
That's it. If I got to take the disrespect, I can love you from a distance. I don't need you in my life.
Yeah.
In my walk, I done gave some disrespect. Let me go ahead and put that out there. I done gave some disrespect, and I done took a whole lot of disrespect. We not about to do it to each other no more. Yeah, you can keep that. You can keep it. You can keep it.
Going back.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Stop throwing rocks and hiding your hands. Then when you get caught, you won't bow out. Stop it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Y'all talking good on
Bow
tonight.
down.
Y'all
bow down.
Stop that.
Throwing rocks and hiding your hands like you ain't have nothing, like you ain't complicit, not at any way at all.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay, you said something, yo, and I want to leave the people with this before I give the floor to you guys. And that I don't know if you knew how profound this was, especially with tonight's conversation talking about, do you need thick skin to be a Christian? And so what I want to leave with the community tonight is, if you're one that you feel offended, if you're one that feels like people always coming for you, or, it's always them and not you, Yolanda said you aren't always the victim, and sometimes you are the villain.
That's it.
So I do believe two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Can people offend you? Very much so. But who have you offended?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We reap what we sow.
And
if we want to be treated a certain way, if we want to be talked to a certain way, if we want to be handled with care, then you got to handle other people with care as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
And so I want to turn the floor over to you guys. I want to give each of you 2 minutes tops, like we was at the funeral. I'll pull your coattail if need be, but I want to give you guys in no certain order just a moment to give some encouraging words to the people tonight. Everybody don't speak at once. It don't matter who go first.
If I had anything to leave with the people, I would tell you to quit wearing your emotions on your sleeves,
That's good.
and then ask God to show you what you need to work on. Maybe it's you. Ask him to show you what you need to work on, and be ready for what he showed you, because what he showed you, you might not like. And
My.
then pray and ask him to help you deal with your emotions and to help you to get the thick skin that you need to be a better Christian.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna say just sometimes stop clapping back so fast. Listen, learn to listen. Shut your mouth and learn how to move in silence.
Woo! Can you repeat that? Moving what?
Silence.
Woo, God. I got some good sisters, baby. Y'all get some nuggets. Come on, matriarch of the sister circle.
Everything doesn't need a response.
Yeah.
Listen or hear to gather wisdom, not to actually talk. Sometimes we do a lot of this. We always running our mouths. But once again, take the time to listen
Yeah.
in order to gain wisdom. And stop self-sabotaging yourself. Go through the process.
Self-sabotaging.
Like Crystal's podcast, her talk show here, Walking Through the Fire. You're gonna it's gonna be necessary. It's just like a diamond. A diamond has to be refined in the fire. And there's no way that you can come out as pure gold if you haven't gone through the fire. So
That's good.
That is. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being my sisters, my special guest this evening. Community, please give it up for Tanisha Day, Yolanda Woods, and Shamika Merriweather. Guys, I thank you so much, because you could have went anywhere else on somebody else's show or spent your time doing a lot of other things. But I thank you for being an inspiration, being transparent, and being able to give us your or share your walking through the fire moments and experiences to help somebody else. And this is what it's for. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you guys wholeheartedly. Community, again, thank you so much, Walking Through the Fire community, for sticking with us this entire night. When I say, baby, y'all did not go nowhere. Y'all didn't miss a beat. I am loving it. Now, listen, don't let this be the last day or the last night that I see you on here. I am here every Thursday at 7:30. Subscribe to Walking Through the Fire LLC. Hit that button, hit that bell, so when we go live or you see posts come up, it'll come directly to you and you won't be out of the loop and miss nothing. Listen, next week, topic of discussion is going to be, did you know you are chosen and separated? If you know you chosen and separated, or you trying to figure out if you belong to the chosen one or if you are, come on, meet me here, okay, at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time every Thursday at 7:30. Again, you can also follow me on Facebook at Crystal Majors, at TikTok, Crystal Majors 159, and as well as Instagram, Anointed 37. Follow, like, share, be a part of the community, because without you, there's no community. So until next time, we ask that God keep you, bless you, and cover you. And may you have a good evening. And guys, I'll see you next week. Everybody have a good evening. Thank y'all.
Love you.
love you.
Girl, thank y'all. Yes. Okay.